Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jace. Thank you for checking out this review, and this is going to be my official review for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 4, Episode 2. And the name of this episode was called New Bay. Alright, y'all, this episode was actually pretty cool. One new bitch gained my respect. One chick that I said I was going to like the most, who I thought I was going to like the most, lost respect. Yeah, it was a lot less drama, which actually was cool considering this is Love and Hip Hop. But anyway, we're gonna get into all this shit. All right, let's start. Opens up. A1 is having I guess like a single release party or whatever for his new single called Toot That Whoa Whoa. He's there in like this gold neck piece. Tied up. It looks like a gold mesh bandana, something that my grandmother probably wore like back in the 80s. It was one of those type of looks. But however, Princess makes her debut finally, and she looks absolutely gorgeous, by the way. Her and Ray come to the party, and also Alexis Sky shows up with her man that we've been fucking hearing about, that you're in this new relationship and shit, but you're so pressed about Masika and Fetty. So anyway, she finally introduces this man, which he comes to the party with her. His name is Solo Lucci. This is the funniest looking motherfucker I've ever seen. He looks like a fucking bird, literally. He's about 115 pounds, maybe, about 6 foot. He kind of has like that Benzino kind of no neck thing going on. He was like this. And he has this gold patch here. This half of his eyebrow is dyed blonde. This half of his mustache is blonde. And this half of his goatee is blonde. So he's gold on this half of the face and black on the other half. All right, I get the whole I'm trying to be creative and do some shit, but like, come the fuck on. Oh, and he also has this bottom grill, and I guess I don't know if he just got it or something, but he's doing one of those things. You know, when people first get grills, they're always trying to show the shit off. So he has this thing where he smiles down like this, and he's always showing the grill. It's like you see the bottom teeth instead of the top teeth, like you know how normal people talk. So he's talking and trying to be sexy and shit. He's ugly as shit. But anyway, he's like, and it's the no neck thing going on. But anyway, ugly and the motherfucker. He's talking about, they only been dating a month. So y'all just moved out to LA from Atlanta after a month of dating. And then he mentions that they are the hottest couple in Hollywood. Okay. Moving on. So A1 does his little performance. What's her name? Lyrica Senior and Pam, which is A1's mom, they're there and they're actually getting along, which was good to see. Pam still looks a goddamn fool. It looks like she borrowed one of Lyrica's old wigs from last season. It's this purple curly wig that she has on, some shit that Lyrica used to wear. And still missing this fucking tooth right here. I'm like, A1, if you don't get your mother a tooth. But hey, Pam is just one of them mothers, one of them hood mothers, and she just gonna be who she is. She don't give a fuck. She did not give a fuck last season, and can't expect her to give a fuck now. But anyway, it was good to see her and Lyrica Senior getting along, like they were having a good time. So after A1's performance, he comes down and he's talking to the ladies, and Lyrica's mom, Lyrica Senior, I'm going to just call her Lyrica Senior. Lyrica Senior says to A1, like, yeah, this song is good and all, but, like, what's up with Lyrica Jr.'s music? And he's like, well, yo, like, I'm just riding a wave. Like, I got all these hits on the Billboard and shit now. You know, let me just go ahead and get my shit going. So, just to ride that wave. And, Lyrica kind of was like, yeah, all my fans are asking me, like, where my music at and shit, but we got shit going on with you. And he was like, well, look, I got these new artists that I'm signing. I got this new female rapper. She's like, whoa. We already agreed that we're not doing any female artists on this label unless it's going to be me. So that was that whole thing. Then we see in the background, Princess and Alexis and all them sitting around talking. And the guys walk off, and Princess and is talking about, how she's late on her period and she's hoping she's pregnant. Like, it would be, great if she was actually pregnant or whatever. This bitch Alexis is gonna say, well, yeah, I'm late too, and but I'm not ready for no baby mama drama because he already has a baby, and I ain't got time to be dealing with no baby mamas and shit like that. And I'm sitting here like, first of all, bitch, you just said that you've only been with this man a month. Why would you be pregnant? Why would you even be, you know what I mean? Like, why would you even put yourself in that kind of situation after a fucking month? And then my crazy ass, I'm thinking like, well, bitch, you talking about you ain't trying to deal with no baby mamas. Why the fuck are you so pressed about Masika? That's a baby mama, a fatty. Like, why are you trying to insert yourself into that drama? I guess maybe somebody told me that, it's just kind of like a pride thing or whatever with her. She just needs to get back at Masika for taking her fucking man. But it looks like you got your own issues that you need to be worrying about because you may be an actual fucking baby mama. So I'm so done with that bitch. And then she had a wig that was sitting this far back with this hair. Where are these girls getting these wigs from? Bitch, you from Atlanta. Bitch, that's like the home of the weave. Like, bitch, everybody, like, bitch, what are you doing? Anyway, let's move on. Next scene, we see Teairra Marie. She's doing like this slow dance in a bar talking about how she's in love and shit. And then motherfucking Cisco's ass brings his creep ass into the screen. So allegedly, they have been together for about 3 months now. Teairra went to New York for a couple months just to work on her weight and, try to get her mind together and all that shit. And she had been spending time with him. So, Cisco's talking about how much he's in love with her, how she's a different type of girl. And he also mentioned that he had got stabbed like a couple years ago. So he has a hard time getting out of bed in the morning, and he feels that comfortable with Teairra, to share that kind of shit with her and let her actually be there for him. I'm thinking like when you got a bad spine, like you might want to slow down on your fucking creeping because you've been creeping all over the fuck New York. You know what I mean? So you may want to chill out on that since you say you had a spine injury and you can't even get out the bed in the fucking morning. Chill out. So anyway, Teairra says, hey, I want you to meet my friends and shit like that, my family and shit like that. So Cisco agrees to do it. Whatever. Oh, then next thing, we get to this fucking coconut oil release party that Safari has thrown. When I tell y'all, it was about 24 people in this party and some little bar scene that they just set up. It wasn't even it was literally like a bar. And they threw some drapes, over the walls to try to dress it up a little bit. And the reason why I knew it was like a handful of people because you kept seeing the same people moving around. Like it was this little stud that I saw. She had these two little braids going back. I see her in the crowd. Then I see her up on the stage in the corner. And then I see her again across the room. I'm like, y'all couldn't get any more extras to come in here and help fill up Safari's coconut oil party? But anyway, he has Chanel Hollywood. Oh, that's her name, isn't it? Chanel West Hollywood. Whatever the fuck her name. Chanel. He has her perform. She gets up and lip syncs her shit for her life. It is whatever. I'm not impressed by her music. And I'm really not impressed by a bitch that lip syncs. And I just don't understand. Like, if you're a talent and you're like a new talent, why the fuck are you lip syncing? Hazel did that shit when she was doing her performance. I mean, she's an old bitch. She's not new. But still, like, why are you lip syncing a performance when you only have a handful of people here and you want us to actually be interested in your shit? Anyway, she lip synced this shit. It was terrible and her back was to the crowd half the time. I'm like, what are you doing, bitch? Anyway. Now, remember last week, this is when Brooke and Nia came up with this bright idea that this is where they were going to address Jade because the paralegal chick, this is where they was going to address Jade because they knew Chanel was going to be at this party. So these two bitches walk in. And keep in mind, like, Brooke, you supposed to be a badass bitch. You supposed to be ready to let fucking Jade have it. You walk in the door with this mug on your face. You don't even know what the fuck this bitch looks like. Neither does dumbass Nia. So these bitches are sitting in the party on Instagram, scrolling, trying to figure out who the fuck the bitch is and what she looks like. Bitch, that's where I already knew you where you were fucked up at. And you was gonna end up looking like a fucking clown in this situation. So this was like the best scene of this fucking episode, y'all. So Brooke says, "Oh well, there she is right there." So she walks up to Jade and says, what do you do? What do you do? And Jade is like, what are you talking about? Like, first of all, like, looking like, bitch, who are you? Oh, you're the paralegal chick. And she's like, yeah, I'm a paralegal. Why? What's up? She was like, so you do, what type of law or what type of shit do you be doing when you work? Pretty much like, what areas of law do you deal with? She's like, I deal with wills and trust. And they're like, oh, do you deal with divorces? And she's like, yeah. Like, I wouldn't even have went that far. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck do you want? Who the fuck are you? Like, you sound stupid coming at me, asking me this bullshit. But I gotta keep reminding myself, this isn't real world. This is Love and Hip Hop, a.k.a. Mona production. So, so she basically says, yeah, like, you helped my man get a divorce and shit like that. She's like, are you talking about Marcus Black? And she's like, yeah, I'm talking about Marcus Black. And the whole time she has like this feather. And she's waving it in her face, this huge feather. Waving it in Jade's face and trying to get cute and shit. When I tell y'all Jade let this bitch have it, Jade let her have it. Jade said, first of all, I don't even know who the fuck you are. First of all, why are you here even speaking for this grown-ass man? I don't know who the fuck you are. What the fuck do you have to do with any of this shit? She's like, oh, I'm his new girlfriend and I'm here to stay and all of this shit. Jay says, well, look, I've been knowing his ass for 12 years. I don't know who the fuck you are. You're the new bitch. Why would you, like, I don't know who the fuck you are. And then she said, you keep asking me to explain myself to you, bitch, and you ain't even saying shit. When I tell you fucking Jade let her ass have it, she said, go talk to your motherfucking man, bitch. Why are you here talking to me? Even Nikki jumped in that shit. Nikki baby is sitting there, jumped in the shit and gonna say, well, like, who are you? Are you the girlfriend, the wife? She's like, oh, I'm his girlfriend. We're getting to know each other. I've been having chats with his mom and our kids are getting to know each other. And they're all looking at her like, so the fuck what? Jason was basically like, bitch, get your ass out of my face. Like, go talk to your motherfucking man about that shit, bitch. I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't give a fuck who you are. You sound fucking stupid. And I'm sitting here like, Brooke, how the fuck you gonna let these hoes come for you like that? Like, bitch, you went in, you actually let Mona set you up for that scene. And Brooke, you are not a reader. So Jade was reading you the fuck down, letting you the fuck have it. Saying every fucking thing. I'm thinking like, bitch, why are you even talking to me? You don't even know who I am, and I damn sure don't know who the fuck you are. So why are you coming to me with this bullshit in the middle of a motherfucking party? Asking me questions, talking about what areas of law do I deal in? Then that motherfucker Chanel, I guess she had to get her little piece in too, because her and Jade are best friends, allegedly. So she jumps in and gonna say, wait a minute. Jade is actually whiter than me. I'm the motherfucking gangster, bitch. And they're like, what are you talking about? Chanel said, bitch, you're in here waving a motherfucking feather looking like Captain Hook, bitch. Get the fuck on out of here. And when those two hoes just walked off, Nia and Brooke just walked the fuck off. Like, how fucking ridiculous do y'all look? Like, you went in to let a bitch have it, and the whole group just fucking turned the shit on you and made your ass look fucking foolish, in which you were for going and doing that bullshit. So let me go ahead and finish up with Brooke and Marcus. Later on in the episode, A1 and Marcus meet up at the cigar lounge to, I guess, just talk about the performance from the other night. In walks Brooke, and she's shitty as fuck. Um, she goes up to him. A1 is like, all right, let me get the fuck out of here because I don't even want no parts of this bullshit. So, so she basically confronts him about, she's some more dumb shit. Where's your paralegal at? He's like, what are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Jade? You're like, what are you talking about? Yeah, where's she at? He's talking about, he said, right at this moment? Like, what are you, like, bitch, you sound dumb. It's like you're trying and it's just not working out for you, Brooke. So she's like, yeah, call that bitch now. Get her on down here now. And this motherfucker actually pulls out his phone and starts calling the bitch to come down so there can be a confrontation in a cigar bar. Any real ass dude would be like, man, get your ass. Like, we're not doing that bullshit. Like, I'm not calling her down here for some drama. Like, you know what I mean? So his punk ass calls her. Brooke goes and hides in the back in another room. As she walks in the fucking door, Brooke comes out standing behind Marcus. Jade sits her ass down on the couch. She's like, yeah, what's up? Brooke's talking about, yeah, you need to tell her what's going on with us and you need to go ahead and end this and shit. Jade is like, first of all, like, Brooke, you're crazy as fuck. She said, Marcus, blink 2 times if you feel like your life is threatened. Sitting there so fucking unbothered by this crazy ass bitch. I'm like, she's still just letting you have it. And she's sitting there perched, like not even fucking giving a fuck what you're talking about. And then like he starts trying to turn the shit like, yeah, this is the woman I love, talking about Brooke. This is the woman I love. I'm going to spend the rest of my life with her. It's nothing between us, like we're done and all this bullshit. And Brooke's in the background, yeah, tell her. Go ahead and end that shit. Let her know. And she said, damn, will you shut up and let this motherfucker talk? Like, he's a grown-ass man. Let this motherfucker talk. I said, there you go. Got her again. And Brooke, you're sitting there looking stupid. Let this motherfucker talk. Anyway, and then in the motherfucking confessionals, Jade was fucking letting her have it again. She said, what'd she say? She called her a washed up has-been bitch from the 90s or some shit. Some washed up R&B artist. She said, bitch, I'm an entrepreneur. Bitch, you're a washed up bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Pretty much, Brooke and Marcus walked on out the little bar or whatever. And I'm actually like thinking like, really? In the middle of a fucking cigar bar, how long were y'all sitting there waiting, allegedly, for this bitch to show up? Because, I mean, LA is crazy with traffic. We all know that shit. So, you were sitting there, you called this bitch to come here. So, y'all was sitting there for, about an hour? I guess, or unless she just so happened to be around the corner. What the fuck ever. Whatever happened to A1, I guess he just left. Him and his black fingernails. Anyway. Brooke and Marcus walk out to the street, and she starts popping off on him. And he's like, well, damn. And she's like, yeah, I'm done. She says, yeah, I'm done with you. And he was like, well, shit, why the fuck didn't you do that in a restaurant before I actually ended the shit with Jade? You gonna wait until I break up with her now to break up with me outside? That's basically what he was giving. And she was like, no, that's exactly what I wanted to happen. That's what I came here to do. To break y'all the fuck up, and now I'm done with your motherfucking ass. So now you're left with nobody. So I said, okay, Brooke, that was kind of cute. Mona kind of tried to spin it around for you. All right, what was next? So get this bitch Alexis out of the way. So there's this scene with Alexis and Solo Lucci. They're sitting at some bar. I guess this is where she's going to tell him that she may potentially be pregnant. So she opens up by saying, what do you think of me? And this dumb motherfucker can barely speak English. Oh, yeah, and I told y'all he shows all you see is the bottom teeth. Oh, yeah, you got a fat ass and shit like that. You got a nice body. You bad. You solid. Really? Like, I don't be understanding like these girls and like what they be doing. Like these men, like this man, like you're asking this man, what does he think of you? And immediately go to your ass and your physical, basically your physical attributes. Why would you open your legs up to somebody like that? Anyway, not my motherfucking problem. Why am I so worried about it? Anyway, so she tells him I'm late on my period. Then it went from this to, I guess he was supposed to be kind of on the fence about how he was feeling and shit. But then he turns around and says, "Oh yeah, we'll make some good babies. We'll make some pretty babies." And I'm like, shut your dumb ass up, motherfucker. So then she brings up the fact, allegedly, his baby mama, because remember they had baby mama drama, or he has baby mama drama. The baby mama has been stalking Alexis on Instagram and I guess making comments on her posts, and Alexis is giving, yeah, that's how I make my money. I do promotions on Instagram and I make club appearances and shit like that. That's how I make my money. So bitch, now you fucking with my money since the bitch I guess is coming for her on Instagram. When the fuck did this become like, ugh? Like nobody does anything productive. Like nobody goes to school. Nobody, like it's like everybody tries to ride like this social media wave where you can become popping. I don't fucking get that. What the fuck is my sandal? Yeah, like nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to hustle. Nobody wants to do shit. Everybody just wants to get famous through Instagram or social media. Like I'm just not understanding this shit. Nobody wants a fucking education. Granted, you don't need an education to be an entrepreneur and shit like that. I get that. But it's just like, come on, like you're trying to get famous off of your ass. I guess your physical attributes. And I guess maybe that's why he's with you. Maybe that's why he, damn, I'm like, maybe that's why he's with you. And that's the reason why he, when you asked him what he thought of you, maybe that's why he bought that bullshit up. Anyway, let's move on from these fucking clowns. Pretty much, she said, tell your baby mama stop fucking with me on Instagram. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get that together. And then somehow the conversation flipped and she ended up storming out the fucking bar. End of those motherfuckers for this week. Let's get to the studio with Hazel E. Remember last week, whoever lost that sperm count bet had to go in the studio with Hazel E. So we all know it was Ray J. He's so fucking extra and animated. Safari asked him, hey, have you told Princess about, the sperm or whatever being low and shit like that? This motherfucker in his confessional says, how am I supposed to tell the woman that I love that my soldiers aren't marching? I'm like, you were so fucking lame, Ray J. Sit your fuck ass down. And Safari is just as lame. So I see why these two motherfuckers is friends. Anyway, Hazel E is in the booth recording her song. Safari is like, yeah, this is... And Ray J's kind of sitting there like, but I guess he started to feel it too. I'm sitting there like, bitch, what are you talking about? You look old. You sound old. This track is bullshit. Anyway, Safari and motherfucking Ray J are pretty much going up for this track, and I just don't see it. But in walks fucking Cisco, and I'm thinking, okay, Cisco, Teairra's new boyfriend, Ray J, Teairra's old boyfriend. How the fuck are y'all about to be cool? I guess it's the love and hip hop world, love and hip hop way. So allegedly, Cisco and Safari are friends, so Safari had invited Cisco down to come hang out with him. So he starts talking about, yeah, I'm in town just hanging out with my new girl and shit like that. They're like, who's your girl? And he's like, Teairra Marie. Ray J's like, and Safari, that dumbass. Fucking goofy. Both of them. So Ray J, which I respect this. I'm going to go ahead and say I respect what Ray J said. He says to Cisco, yeah, Teairra is really a cool girl, but we just weren't right for each other. instead of just trashing her, which would have been the bitchy ass thing to do. It was respectful, and I give you points for that, Ray J. So Cisco was pretty much trying to have them go hang out or something that night, and Ray J's like, yeah, I gotta go home because I guess Princess wants his ass in. He said he has to be home by 9:30, so Princess has a lock on his ass. No more party boy, Ray J. We're not doing that bullshit no more. Since we got married and shit. So that was that. Hazel brings her old ass out of the fucking studio. Talk about, or she's in her confessional. Oh yeah, when Ray J, he's like a legend out in these Hollywood streets. So when he calls you, and wants to work with you, you better pretty much jump on this shit. Bitch, Ray J, legend in the Hollywood streets as far as music. He might be a legend in the Hollywood streets for dick, for fucking bitches, but I don't know too much shit that Ray J has done. It actually seems like A1 is actually doing more as far as musical production than Ray J is. Maybe I just don't know. I'm not a Ray J music lover, so maybe I just don't know. But anyway, a music fucking legend or what's she called? A legend in the Hollywood streets. Get the fuck out of here. And then this bitch tried to slide up on Safari talking about, so when are you gonna work with me? Which bitch you think he about to turn you into Nicki Minaj? Get the fuck out of here. He was like, I'm actually working with another bitch. But, I could maybe use you to come give her some fashion tips and shit like that. Hazel Eve fashion, I don't see it. Rented furs, rented garments, bitch, I don't see it. Who the fuck are you about to advise her on how to, what website you go through to rent your shit? Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, A1 and Lyrica are in the studio. She's recording a song. He's like, yo, I got some people that are about to come through. I got to have a quick meeting, some shit I booked a while ago. She's like, okay, who is it? And he says, what's her name? Angel Gold. He says, I got a girl coming through or whatever. She's like, wait a minute, a female coming through? Who is it? I told you we're only doing females on this, or I'm the only female that's going to be on this label. He goes out, talks to the girl, and he's like, this girl her name's Angel Gold. She's there with her manager. I think that bitch name was Donatella. She was kind of giving Donatella Versace looks too. Not quite as bad as far as surgery and shit, but her face was all pumped up and shit too. But this girl is Ty Dolla $ign's little sister, and so I guess A wanted her to music, and he thought it was cool, and so he decided to work with her. But obviously, he's been having these talks like he wants to sign her to his new label and shit like that. So they came to this meeting under that impression that that's what was going to happen, and he's like, but unfortunately, y'all, I'm not gonna be able to do it, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna show you why I can't do it. So he goes and gets Lyrica out of the studio. He comes in, sits her down, and said, well, yo, she's going to explain to you why I'm not going to be able to sign you. I was like, ooh, that's not going to go well, because first of all, you just kind of put it all on Lyrica, which, I mean, it is. I kind of see what he was trying to do. But without Lyrica actually knowing that you was about to do that, that's where I knew that situation was about to go wrong. So Lyrica says, I'm the only female around this motherfucker. This is all that's what it's gonna be. That's what the deal is. That's what we agreed on. And so the manager is like, okay, well, you kind of wasted our time because we're under the impression that you want to work with her, and you pretty much, we've been having all these conversations about it, and then you bring us here to tell us something different. She was like, well, tells Lyrica, like, I'm not worried about your insecurities and shit like that. And that's when the shit just kind of went left. Lyrica was like, look, bitch, I'm sorry for wasting your time. It's not going to be no other bitch here. The girl, Angel Gold, was sitting there like, you know what, bitch, I'm not even about to argue with your motherfucking ass. I don't give a fuck about you. And she got up and started walking away. And Lyrica was like kind of popping off. And Lyrica was really out of line for that though. But at the same time, and she actually told this to A1 after the girls had left. She's like, you just brought me into a situation blind. You didn't even tell me what the fuck was happening. So how could you expect me to remain cool in that kind of situation and be polite? Had you given me a heads up that this is what I was supposed to be doing, I probably would have been a little bit more professional because I was caught off guard just like these bitches was. So she ends up throwing some water, talking about, yeah, you thirsty or something. Man, he fucking throws a water bottle back at her. I was like, and it was way the fuck off, punk ass. But anyway, I was like, I'm done. I'm about over these two already. But anyway, episode, damn, I've been talking 30 minutes. Episode ends with the little dinner or whatever with Cisco, Teairra, Moniece, Nia. Where the fuck she come from? Like, I guess she's just gonna be a friend of the show. Seems like she's doing more now than what she was doing when she was actually on the show. Anyway, and so Cisco, Teairra, Moniece, Nia, and Zell, they all meet up for drinks. This drunk bitch Teairra, as soon as she started talking, I'm like, this bitch is drunk. And her eyes looked all glassy and shit. And then the server comes by and pours her some wine. This bitch says, damn, that's just not a taste. Y'all pouring whole bottles around here. I was like, wow, this bitch, she's definitely drunk. So anyways, Cisco starts talking, him and Moniece kind of had words, I guess, in the past when she was fucking with Rich. He allegedly called her some kind of bitch or something in the midst of the conversation. And let me go back a little bit. Nia started it out. She said to Cisco, are you aware of her alcoholic issues pretty much? And he's like, yeah, she's getting better with it. Yeah, we taking care of that. And I'm like, the same time this bitch is sitting here drunk and y'all sitting here drinking, this bitch is guzzling this wine and drunk as fuck. But yet you're handling and helping her out with her alcohol problems. Anyway, then they move into the conversation with Moniece and Cisco about the shit that was said with Rich and him calling her a bitch. And Zell steps in, and this is the first time I'm on Zell's side. He steps in and says, no. Like, you shouldn't have been offended by that, because when he said bitch, like, him and Rich was having a deep conversation, and like, it wasn't like he was intentionally calling you a bitch to try to demean you or anything. He was just talking to his brother, and it was like, yeah, you're involved with this bitch. We all do that shit. And he was like, yeah, he was actually crying. And Cisco said, no, I wasn't crying. He was like, Zell was kind of like, okay, like, motherfucker, I'm on your side. Like, why are you tripping out? Cisco got so motherfucking offended by that shit, he ended up just walking the fuck out. And Teairra's drunk ass sister starts getting emotional and shit. Starts crying and shit. Motherfucking Nia's ass gonna say, well, yeah, we just want the best for you. We don't want you to be in no fucked up situations. I'm like, yeah, like you was with Soulja Boy and he had you on here looking like a fucking clown. You're the last bitch you need to be giving somebody some relationship advice and shit like that. Get the fuck out of here. And Zell was like, well, I wasn't, he was being sensitive about the situation. Like, I wasn't trying to, because it really wasn't nothing. He just got sensitive. It was pretty much, Cisco was sensitive as fuck when he said that he was crying. Anyway, Teairra runs her, well, actually not run, she stumbles her drunk ass outside to go try to chase up with Cisco. And he's like, I'm getting a cab. I'm ready to go. I'm about to go. And she's like damn near about to fall and shit. And she's talking and drunk as fuck. And he's not even understanding what the fuck she's saying to him. She's holding on to his jacket and rubbing on him and shit. He's like, look, I'm going home. You going with me or you going with them? This bitch goes on with him and stumbles down the street in her red bottoms. So that was pretty much the end of that episode. Next week, see y'all. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what y'all think. 34 fucking minutes. My bad, guys. See y'all next week. Bye.